Hey everyone, it's time for another lesson with me, Coach Crits. This time, spacing is on the board. And what do I mean by that? Well, each and every move has different properties on shield based off of where you hit the shield. Or, some moves allow for different combo extensions due to a sweet spot or a sour spot. The perfect character to get a full grasp on spacing is Marth, as he has a built-in mechanic around spacing with his tippers. What is a tipper? Well, it's the edge of his blade. And when you hear about tippers in Smash, it's mostly referring to Marth. But Roy also has a tipper. By contrast, however, it's weaker than Marth, and they're meant to be opposites when it comes to how you space with them. Roy's strong part of his hitbox are on his hilt. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand and implement spacing by learning the ranges on your character's moves, and understanding sweet and sour spots. Before we jump into gaming today, we're going to tune into our partner from MedStar, our favorite physical therapist, Jana, and follow along with the exercise she shows us today.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Jana Labari, physical therapist with MedStar Health. Today's video is all about thumb exercises. Thumb movements are a very important part of gaming, but overuse of these small muscles can lead to a condition called gamer's thumb, which causes pain at the base of the thumb. This condition may be more common in controller versus PC gamers because of the difference in position and use of the thumbs. To help prevent it, here are some exercises you can do for the thumb and surrounding muscles. To stretch the extensor and abductor tendons of the thumb, keep your forearm supported on an armrest or a table in a neutral position with the wrist hanging over the edge. Keep your thumb next to your index finger and gently bend your wrist down towards the ground. You will feel a stretch along the base of the thumb. Hold the stretch for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 2 to 3 times. This last one is the thumb extension strengthening exercise. Take a rubber band, or you can also use a piece of hand putty and wrap it in a loop around your hand. Pull the thumb away against the resistance of the band or putty and slowly return to the starting position. Repeat 1 to 2 sets of 10 repetitions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned some new exercises to help keep your thumb muscles strong and flexible.
Alright, are you ready to hop into learning more about spacing? To get an idea of it, go into training mode and pick the training stage. The background's pretty important. To prepare yourself, I suggest selecting Marth or Roy. Fundamentally, spacing will greatly help anyone you use in-game. But with Marth and Roy, it's a bit more simple and upfront of what spacing can really do for your gameplay. To start off, hit 5 sour spot and 5 sweet spot moves. What a sour spot is the least powerful part of the attack. For Marth, it's going to be the middle of his sword. For Roy, it's going to be his tippers. For my own character, Lucas, it's the inner hitbox on his F-tilt, or the weak hitbox of Falcon's knee. The sweet spot is obviously going to be the tip for Marth, or the hilt for Roy. If you're struggling to hit the spacing that you want, make some minor adjustments in your positioning and spacing by walking either backwards or forwards. These minor adjustments can help moves become safer, stronger, or more useful for combos. The reward for it can be astronomical and really helps push your character to their limits. It's okay if you can't quite hit the one that you want at first, especially with Marth, as it takes time to learn. The next thing to practice is hitting a tipper or sweet spot forward tilt. Similar to F-Smash, making minor adjustments will help if you're struggling. Hit the sour spot a few times as well to get an idea of what it looks like and how to hit it when you do want to go for it. However, on top of forward tilt, I also want you guys to hit sour and sweet spot down tilts and up tilts as well. Spacing with tilts is incredibly important and is one of the first things any competitive player should be looking to work on. As you learn the spacing for sweet spots, try inputting an attack out of a dash and hitting the strong hit. Don't fret if it takes you a minute, it's a little tough to get used to and even harder to do in a real match. It's really fun and strong though, so it's really good to learn. The final test for beginner spacing is going to be hitting some sweet spot aerials. These are important because of the raw strength behind them. Tipper moves with Marth have higher knockback and more hit stun, allowing for earlier kills or more conversion. In contrast, for Roy, you want to hit his inner hitbox, and consistently hitting the sour or sweet spot is a little harder than it looks. I want you all to hit 5 rising sweet spot or tipper aerials, and 5 falling tipper or sweet spot aerials. What's that mean? Let me show you real quick. A rising aerial is one done as you are in the process of jumping, and a falling aerial is, well, the opposite, one done as you are descending from your jump. Each has their pros or cons, such as conversion ability or safety on shield, so it's important to practice both. Do each 5 times to get a good start on muscle memory. Now that you've all got a bit of understanding on spacing and how it works, go online, play a friend, or fight the computer. Your goal is to practice hitting your moves at different spots and timings. If you're using Marth, try to aim for his tippers, and then go for some sour spots depending on the situation and the opponent's percent. Roy can also go for his sour spots to set up situations that are advantageous to him. If you're using another character, take a moment to fiddle with spacing with them, and then get into some matches and try stuff out. A general rule of thumb is the closer to the ground you throw out an aerial, the safer it is, but that may not always be the case for your character. Think about what your main is capable of, and how their moves could be used in different ways depending on the spacing. This isn't just about making your moves safer, but finding all the different combos and setups that you can get with them as well. I'm Coach Crits, and I'll see y'all next time.